Hello everyone. This is a new collection of cool things that make you awesome. This I promise you. Let's go. 1. If you think that this is just a bottle of water, you are mistaken. The thing is that it has a hidden compartment in which you can hide small things, well, or a nest egg from your wife, so that she secretly does not buy a mink coat from you. There was already a case in a Brazilian prison. In the transfer for the prisoner, among other things, someone brought a bottle of water. She became interested in the prison staff. They don't wear it there, because the drinks are sold in the prison shop. And for some reason, the bottle weighed somehow suspiciously little. As a result, they discovered that there was a surprise in her. Who likes magic tricks? That's right, children. As well as pretty young girls. With this paperclip, you can easily meet a nice girl, showing her your mental strength. It is made of a special alloy with a memory effect. It can be bent, and when heated, it again takes its initial shape. And this is our Deco Toolkit. All the objects I have fit well in the grooves. I even need to make an effort to pull it out of the cells. True, with the exception of a few heads on the ratchet. The tool is heavy, it feels like metal, not shitty alloy. Although for now we will postpone conclusions. The nippers are quite comfortable to use, perfectly matched, the mites are also good. And I'm straight with screwdrivers. I fell in love, especially the one with a rattle. You can easily twist with one hand, and the hand is not so tired. The capes and the whole system of ratchet bits are working. My father twisted a little nut and he liked it. But the level can be immediately given to a kindergarten instead of a toy. Because its design does not inspire confidence, to align it is only time to lose. In general, this kit is quite suitable for home. And if you replace a couple of items with normal ones, then there will generally be fire. Jacket from the movie Back to the Future with a drying mode and built-in climate control. The jacket can warm the owner, cool, charge his gadgets, and also has hidden pockets for the tablet and smartphone. The heating elements of the jacket are located so as to warm not only the body, but also the hands of the wearer when they are in the pockets. If you activate them at the same time as the air intakes, the jacket will go into auto-drying mode. In this mode, it dries extremely quickly after any rain. And this is our robot polisher Hobot Leggy 688. Yes, it is a robot polisher. He is one of a kind. He perfectly vacuums and rubs the floor. He rubs it, and does not pretend to wipe it, as an ordinary robot vacuum cleaner does. The grade is good, there is even a remote control. In the application, you can select the desired cleaning mode, there are 7+1 customizable. For those who have a cat, this is simply an irreplaceable thing. The wool from my whisker literally rolls all over the apartment, like a tumbleweed. I use the robot 3 times a week and the floors now shine even better than the cat egg. Yes, Ermac. After each cleaning in the container a lot of garbage, in my case it is wool. There are no problems with rags at all, they can be removed and washed easily even in a washing machine. But to start it because of 2 rags is not for me. I'll wrap more light, so I erase them manually. The only minus of the floor polisher is that it is not intended for carpets and, thank God, I do not have them. I have a vacuum cleaner for more than a month, it works fine, it's not buggy, it finds the base right away. And as many have noticed, the cat is not at all afraid of him, he even likes to ride on it. Original and very beautiful innovative gadget for smokers electric pulse USB lighter dragon. Made in the style of a dragon. She is completely safe and not afraid of any weather surprises. It can be charged from a computer, laptop, and through an adapter from a wall outlet. Available in 10 colors. It's a pity that it comes without gift wrapping. And this is our Deco screwdriver. Shriek is quite powerful. The weight of the device is balanced. During operation, the hand did not get tired. The torque is immediately felt, you just have to sharply press the trigger. The cartridge itself is metallic, switching the tightening force is convenient with a clear click. The package was surprising, there are drills for metal and wood, feather, simple, and victorious. A bunch of bits for different screwdrivers, including sprockets, heads from 5 to 13 are. And all this is its place in the case. Check the function of the blow, of course not a hammer drill, but the blow is present. The start button allows you to smoothly change the speed. Cartridge stop at any speed instant. In serious work, I haven't checked yet, there's nothing to screw a pancake, but my hands itch right. If the case comes up, I'll definitely tell you in future videos how he behaves under heavy loads. Almost a toy, but interesting camera in the form of a cube with full HD resolution. On board there is a lithium polymer battery with a capacity of 200 mAh, allowing continuous shooting up to 100 minutes on a micro SD card. The main plus of the camera is the size. It is also important that this product does not fall into the spy stuff section, as this is an ordinary camera, albeit a small one. This is a LED spectrum analyzer with 132 LEDs and a transparent housing. What is he doing? Visualizes music. It is delivered in the disassembled case. Fortunately, there is an instruction where everything is clear what and how to collect. Switching display modes is accompanied by a single button on the back. Long press is another analysis mode. Short press display speed. In truth, there is no great difference in modes. Alas, there are no hanging peaks. The first default mode is the most adequate and pleasing to the eye. Does everyone remember the Tetris prefix? Now there is an opportunity to combine this toy as old as the world with electricity and get an excellent and original lamp. All this will allow you to make a lamp designer Tetris. The lamp set includes 7 different shapes and colors of figures that are placed on top of each other in any sequence. Each installed part will glow, as well as the one on which you put it. Parts come into contact with each other and transmit electrical energy through the housing. This ensures its work. I will not say that I am a lover of horrors, but this carpet interested me. True, the whiteness of the rug is somewhat overshadowed by the bloody footprints. Hey, who is it in my bathroom? What happened here at all? Where is the corpse? Mommies. In short, the bloody marks on this rug appear from wet feet, and after drying the bloody spots disappear without a trace. Seriously, here you look at this rug and think, just shoot a prank and upload it to YouTube. This is a smart bulb from Xiaomi, which can be controlled using a smartphone. She is able to change color and work on schedule. One of the most interesting features of a smart lamp is scripting. In the application you can choose a ready-made color profile that can be used for certain tasks. If you want to simulate a sunrise, we choose the sunrise scenario. You need an evening warm sunset. Sunset is what you need. And this is the heavy-duty flex tape adhesive tape. So stop it. Somewhere I already saw it. Oh yes. This fragment twists almost every channel. Now let's get the garlic. This tape is actually elastic, it can fix a hole and it can also be glued something underwater. However, many people complain that this film actually does not work. And now I'll tell you a secret. The fact is that if you buy it on Aliexpress, then do not think that this is the original. This is actually a Chinese fake. It is even thinner than the original. So if you are interested in flex tape, then in no case do not buy it on Aliexpress. A plate that changes color from a magnetic field. The main application is the satisfaction of curiosity. It may be useful for detecting hidden magnets in some devices. Inside the leaf are small cells containing fluid. It is worth bringing the magnet close to the plastic sheet, and the iron in each compartment will begin to shift in the direction of the magnetic field. If you attach the film to the Neocub, you can see an unusual drawing, a very exciting sight. This is a very interesting thing in the household, a garden hose nozzle with a rotating brush. There was no packaging for the goods, the brush arrived in a bag. The kit comes with the adapt itself and a pair of brushes, black and white. Black is thicker and feels softer than white. In general, this whole construction makes the cone, with a brush on it, rotate, and water jets constantly clean the brush itself and the place of its application. Without electricity and batteries, we get a self-propelled brush. The thing is actually cool and useful in the household, plus there is nothing to rust. My girlfriend doesn't do manicure professionally, she does it for herself, girlfriends and mother. And it all started after she bought this machine for manicure. The maximum speed is 35,000. The machine copes with manicure for 5+, does not yet know the pedicure, has not tried it yet. The machine does not heat up, does not vibrate, and works quietly. There is a reverse function, that is, the machine turns the cutter both left and right. You can work using the pedal, or just turn it on and work non-stop. This is a minibike. Closely related to karting, and the fun of riding on such motorcycles is about the same. If you buy such motorcycles, just for fun. Most often they are produced with a volume of up to 50 cubes, so you will not need a license to ride them. However, despite the apparent frivolity of the design and small size, many minibikes accelerate to a speed of 60-100 km/h. Pendants are weak, the wheels are small. Crashing from a minibike can be very painful. So, sitting on the minibike, it is better to wear adult equipment. DeLorean car, a time machine from the well-known film trilogy Back to the Future, on which the protagonist Marty McFly traveled in time. The model freezes in a magnetic field created by a base that connects to an AC network, and rotates smoothly, demonstrating every detail of a realistic hood. And 10 blue LEDs located around the perimeter of the case are reflected in the mirror surface of the base, enhancing the emotional effect of the contemplation of the model. These are the sticks for the Gamepad sticks. Go in a regular bag of 4. Putting on a stick is pretty simple. And most importantly, they do not slip even during an aggressive game. Spikes really add convenience. You can control the stick literally with your fingertips, but not without a minor minus. If you control the sticks with bent fingers, like the letter G, then everything is perfect. The finger lies right in the center. If the finger lies straight, then the small pillow of the finger near the phalanx lies on fairly sharp spikes. For most people, this does not matter, but someone may not be comfortable. A tabletop fountain floating in the air creates a beautiful illusion that water is flowing from nowhere. The device calms the nerves with a quiet murmur, refreshes and moisturizes the air in the room, and is a fun decoration of the interior. Observe the flow of water, listen to this murmur. A charge of vivacity is provided to you. Such a gift will be appreciated. It happens that you come from the street, take off your shoes, and there is such a spirit rushing that your eyes are watery. Do you know this? Well, you are not alone. So, this capsule-shaped deodorant helps to refresh the shoes. Includes 2 ampoules containing balls of deodorizing and sorbing substances. To put it more simply, activated carbon is a part, it absorbs unpleasant odors. True, he sometimes spills out of the capsule. The application is simple. Slightly unscrew the capsules and place them in each shoe. At one time I had 317 spinners. Are you crazy? Then they sharply bothered me, and all this heat went to the trash. Then I found a new, more interesting toy. It is a metal drum on which a spiral is engraved. During rotation, a bewitching optical illusion is created. The spiral spins endlessly. True, the picture seemed to be more than real. Came in a case. It is spinning well. You can definitely stick. Ice is becoming a serious problem for many. Even good shoes and caution cannot protect us from falls, fractures and bruises. Ice drift for shoes is the best solution for dealing with icy conditions. They are able to prevent accidental falls in winter, as well as facilitate movement on ice. Easy to put on and can be used with any winter shoes. This is a LED lamp made in the form of a mushroom. The brand is unknown to me. To control the lamp, only one button is reserved. It has 2 glow modes, white glow and red strobe. The glow is cold, the range is small. Highlighting something close by a few meters is fine. Counting on something more is not worth it. The warning red strobe shows itself very well. I think even passing cars can notice us at a great distance. Or gopniks in the area, well, only a club is already useful here. Forget about heavy buckets and bad-smelling rags. Better use this spray mop, which is equipped with a container for water and cleaning agent. So comfortable and always at hand. It rotates 360 degrees, which allows you to get to hard-to-reach areas where dust accumulates. In this case, one does not have to move heavy buckets of water from room to room or be distracted at a crucial moment. A miniature model of one of the most famous rifles in the world, the Dragunov sniper rifle, came almost assembled. It remains to fasten the optics and assemble the fur end. Use them in the trunk to fasten. A small screwdriver, magnet and spare bolt are included. The details are small, but the souvenir is large. The assembled toy staggers a little, namely the trunk, but given that it is a souvenir, not a children's toy, and if it is assumed that he will stand on a shelf, then this is not critical. Sports watches 00 with a unique dial design have won all the social networks. Differences from the generally accepted image of the watch are obvious instead of the usual hands and numbers, bright and smooth comets. The tip of the inner bar is the current hour, while the outer bar displays the minutes with continuous movement. The gradient shows the passage of time. The mechanism is quartz, the case is steel. This thing deserves attention. This is a pneumatic riveter. It belongs to the pneumatic tool. With its help various types of riveting work are performed. Power, in this type of tool, is the force of retraction. The greater the retracting force, the larger the material sizes and more durable rivets the tool can work. The device is operating normally. Two small minuses: the instruction in Chinese and the label with the technical specifications is torn off the gun body. Budget all-wheel drive radio-controlled machine. There is an imitation of shock absorbers. To be more precise, there are just springs. The speed of the machine is not very large. With a quick step, an adult will go on equal terms with it. The control panel is the easiest. Only 3 controls. Once upon a time, I showed a kind of useless box. As soon as the switch was pressed, a finger popped out of it and switched the toggle switch to its original position. And so it was possible to play endlessly. Well, as long as you don't get tired of it to the edge, and you didn't break it against the wall. And then certainly game over. In general, I found something similar, only this time in the form of a cube. And of course, this is also a useless thing, like the previous version. Kinetic gravel is small natural pebbles that magically stick together. This allows you to build figures, transport it in cars, dig holes in it, engage in full-fledged construction and much more. Each set includes an unusual surprise accessory that can be used in the game. Due to the fact that pebbles are many times larger than ordinary grains of sand, it seems that you are stretching a web of stones, very pleasant and unusual sensations. Small desktop metal pendulum. It is as if balancing over an abyss, leaning on only one leg. It is impossible to overturn, even if you try hard. There are 2 types of men balancing on 1 and 2 legs. In addition to a human figure, there is also a chair balancing on 1 leg, a bicycle, a helicopter and a satellite. This is a magnetic window brush. The brush directly, consisting of 2 parts, is included in the package, plus a bag with spare fabric nozzles and attachments to them. 2 parts are very strongly attracted to each other with the help of a magnet. It is by this principle that we attach them to glass. We apply one part from the inside of the frame, the other part from the outside. They immediately stick together and, holding the inside of the handle, we carry the entire structure on glass. The magnet is valid only if the frame is with 1 glass. Keep this in mind. Roller sneakers, in which there is 1 trick and interchangeable wheel on the heel. This allows you to easily switch from walking to roller skating, moving the weight to the heel. And then, if the surface doesn't allow you to roll, just remove the wheel, insert the plugs and you are back in regular sneakers. In addition, to go a step, the rollers do not have to be removed. You can just walk, leaning on the whole foot. The roller does not interfere with working, it only creates the feeling of a small heel. These roller sneakers allow a beginner to learn how to ride in a straight line in literally 15 minutes. The main thing is to keep balance. Sometimes the contents of the plate strive to be outside, especially if it is crushed with a mixer. However, Aliexpress has a special cover to protect against splashes. Its main feature is the presence of a flat valve through which you can freely operate the mixer. The lid plastic is not hard, but not flimsy either. This egg separator will save you the perennial problem of quickly and accurately separating egg white from the yolk. Using this device, the process of separating the protein and the yolk will become quick and easy. What could be more comfortable than a personal house with climate control for cats? I think nothing more. This gadget can be controlled using a smartphone, namely, control the temperature inside the house, both in automatic mode and in manual mode. In summer this thing is priceless. If on hot days we do not know where to put ourselves and where to hide, then imagine which one is your pet. Does your child love chewing marmalade and Lego? Then please him with marmalade sweets in the form of details of your favorite designer. play with an edible craft, and then feast on it, a fascinating activity for children. In addition to the fact that colorful marmalades are tasty, they are also useful. I think that everyone who at least once had cooked pasta, dumplings, or boiled milk understood from my own experience that such products can't be left on the stove unattended. After all, they strive to run out of the pan and pour everything around. This wonderful cover has a secret advantage in the form of a special nozzle with pedals. They rise up under the influence of steam and boiling liquid, opening holes in the bottom of the lid. Foam will make its way to the top and at the same time remain in the lid itself. Cats are amazing creatures. They are cute, purring and sleeping for almost 20 hours a day. So why not provide your pet a comfortable place? The hammock seems to be a simple design, but in a pet store is expensive. Of course, there are options for Aliexpress, but why spend money if you can do it yourself? Yes, you still have to spend money, but only on bars. I will tell you how to make a hammock, but it will be a little later. This tank is simply amazing. In it, almost everything is made of metal with the exception of a few small elements. It can be viewed for hours. The machine has a weight of 60 kilograms and can confidently move on any surface. The tank travels in all directions and can be deployed in one place. And, of course, the tank reproduces realistic sounds when moving and when firing. And it also has a smoke generator for even more realism. Do you know how much it costs? This is our miniature flying robot. The robot is equipped with 4 wings, allowing it to fly over fairly long distances. The mass of the robotic bee is 259 milligrams, the height is about 5 centimeters, and the wingspan is 3.5 centimeters. It is powered by a solar battery and is charged from ordinary sunlight. The idea is brilliant. Sometimes thoughts come, how do people think of this? If you need to land on a leaf of a tree, then there is no problem, while ordinary quadrics would be too heavy for this. And yes, it seems that this is the first bee in the world that will not sting. This is a citrus spray. Waiting for him impatiently. Got. Having cut the salad, washed it, doused the gadget with boiling water, screwed it into a lemon 3 clicks, the juice went. Apparently from pressure when screwing in. The next 3 clicks gave me a good stream of lemon juice. And everything, then began crushing, rubbing, pressing. Still a couple of drops, nevertheless spray issued. Conclusion is absolutely not an effective, useless thing. However, I like the idea of using juice. God knows, maybe the defective got caught. Recently, my friends gave their child such a RoboGrab for his birthday. So stop it. Somewhere I already saw it. Oh yes. He immediately attacked the present. Opening the box, he realized that it must first be assembled. Collected not for long, about 2 hours. Come on, just kidding. About 15 minutes. After that, it was impossible to tear it from the toy. Apparently it was very much liked. The robot walks on the surface, around the corners of the table, so as not to fall. But sometimes he falls when he goes downhill, so he took a board. And the RoboCrab walks on it on the floor, so he will not be damaged. Everyone was satisfied. They generally like these toys with meaning. My friend became interested in this set for teeth whitening and decided to try this miracle remedy. The kit includes 10 syringes with bleach gel and a cap. Before use, you need to throw it in hot water, then insert it so that it takes the form of teeth. Then she put the gel on the mouth guards, put it on her teeth and then turned on the lamp for 15 minutes. Then she rinsed her mouth and that's all. All teeth fell off instantly. Oh, come on, I'm kidding. Everything with her teeth is normal. And you shouldn't wait for an instant result. You need to use gel with a lamp once a day, at this time, to avoid products that paint our enamel. This tray for drill screwdriver. In general, nozzles for a drill were also in the post-Soviet era, but these are more rare instances than mass ones. But the Chinese have already fussed. The tool came quickly. 3 different files are included, a hex key for a cartridge, an instruction and a nozzle itself. Files are different in length and tooth, for quick cutting of wood, just for cutting wood, and for cutting metal. Of the serious disadvantages, I note the need to work with 2 hands. Inconvenient, you need to look for a 3rd hand or other parts of the body in order to hold the material that you are sawing. Another product from the Xiaomi universe. The name of this device, as it were, tells us about its magical capabilities, and it really is. The controller can control other devices from the set of smart home. In fact, for this it is needed. For example, if you have a smart bulb, you can configure the inclusion of light using a cube. It has 6 actions that you can program. Of course, not all actions are performed smoothly, but still it's very convenient to control other devices using the cube. These are budget wireless headphones. Headphones fire. Checked in all modes. Everything works perfectly. Bribed equipment, flash drive and radio. I saw comments in the reviews that the sound when talking on the phone is bad. I have all the rules, I hear well both me and me. The volume is killer. From the bass at maximum the speakers begin to vibrate like a subwoofer and do not rattle. What surprised and delighted me. It took years for work, for video editing, but given that the battery is large, you can safely take it on a long trip. It's good that they work both with the cord and via Bluetooth. This is a giant Zippo gasoline lighter. Imagine the picture, a person comes up and asks you will not light a cigarette? And you take out such a lighter and say on, hold it. I would like to see his reaction. But seriously, it is no different from the usual one. Parts are very expensive. One refueling is enough for about 3 days, then either the gasoline runs out or evaporates, unclear how. By the way, there are sizes and more. These are anatomical models of different animals. A complete set consists of 30 parts. For the correct assembly of the model, a brochure is provided with a description and purpose of the internal organs and body parts. A stand is also provided in the kit so that the final assembly can take its rightful place somewhere on the shelf. If anything, the build time takes 4 minutes 30 seconds. But this is if you are already familiar with the elements, but the person who saw the first time collected in almost 11 minutes. Once he told me that my friend loves to pamper his little son, and this time he gave him a radio-controlled excavator. Immediately evident, the father loves his son. After reading the reviews, he asked the seller to pack the package as reliably as possible. For often the toy came to others damaged. Delivered in 20 days, brought straight home. According to him, the toy is interesting and worth the money. A friend often plays with his son. But I have a feeling that to a greater extent he bought it for himself, and not for his son. I chose a toy for myself. Yes, not easy, but educational. Toys I love, especially unusual ones. A whole handful of curious special effects has gathered in this toy. Hanging in the air, he spins, looks beautiful and blows with the wind. What is it? Made of Sinsky motor. He arrived in a large bag with a bunch of bumps and airbags. Neodymium magnets were very struck, they are very powerful, and the manufacturer seems to like them so much. What did he even base legs made on magnets? It seemed to me that they could spy on me through the webcam of my laptop. I taped the camera with electrical tape. But my internal perfectionist is not happy with this decision. Therefore, when I caught the eye of the curtain for the webcam, I bought it without hesitation. The track was not tracked. I thought when I glue it on the laptop I won't be able to close it normally or will cuddle and rub something, but no, it fits perfectly. Although this thing is not very flat, I think millimeters too, but everything in it is excellent. And glues well and closes, opens the camera perfectly. Gallium is a metal with a low melting point, only 30 degrees C. It melts from the warmth of the hands. This property of mine seemed extremely interesting to me. It is not simple, shiny, metallic and at times fluid. If you show a little creativity from this metal, you can recreate a lot of different things. For example, a spoon, it is worth dipping it in warm water, and it will instantly dissolve. Just like mercury, a beating heart can be made of molten gallium. Summing up, I can say that anything can be made from this metal, if only a fantasy ball. This is a miniature packet sealer. Purchased by stock, 100 rubles is still not money. When ordering, there was no emotion, I just ordered in the appendage. But imagine my surprise, the little thing turned out to be very cool. In addition to everything else, it is very necessary. In general, it rolled so that the first week I just did what I soldered and soldered. What I just did not wrap in packages. Thin, simple bags are sealed like clockwork. Tight packages take a little longer. Thick, dense even more. The seams, although thin, but very durable. Welcome and thank you for staying. Other than that guys, hit that like button if you like this video. Smash it if that's something that you're into. Hit the bell if you want to be notified anytime I upload videos. Subscribe if you aren't already, and see you guys in the next one.